Yeah.
And when you say you have intimations of what that might mean, can you explain what you mean by that?
Well, I've had experiences where everything came together, you know, and they're very, very powerful experiences, and they're also characterized by, it's like everything turns into a musical symphony where each part is exactly appropriate for that moment. And I think music actually expresses that, which is partly why music produces transcendent experiences. You know, when people are dancing to something profound and they're really into it, let's say, the music and the person are the same thing. And then if things really get going, you see this sometimes in a rock concert or a musical concert where everyone is in the same place, right? The band kicks into high gear and they're way out beyond where they usually go. You don't see that often in a concert, even a great concert, but now and then you really see it. And the whole place is one thing. It's just pulsing, you know, and that's an amazing experience. And I think it is an intimation of paradise. It's something like that. And you can think about that psychologically, you know, because it also makes sense psychologically that your optimal experiences are going to occur when you're most united with yourself. But I don't know see, we don't exactly understand the relationship between our consciousness and the world. The materialistic notion is that everything is deterministically causal, essentially. It's a Newtonian view. It's also not true, but we know that it's factually not true. But apart from that, or it's, I shouldn't say that exactly, but at the very base of things, determinism isn't the operative mechanism. And I think things are too complex actually to be strictly determined. And it does look to me like we negotiate through that complexity. But when we're at our best, when we're integrated completely, and there's an effect of that integration in principle on what we would normally regard as external reality. Because external reality can line up with that integration as well, and so-called external reality. And I think people probably experience that when they have peak sexual experiences with someone, you know, where there's real intimacy because they're in the same place at the same time and everything comes together for that moment, you know.
Maybe literally.
Yes, literally, right. And I also don't think that linguistic usage is chance, right? Because I think that's a place where that experience is a brief intimation of heaven. That might be a way of thinking about it. So,
well, through listening to it, it started to make sense of a lot of what I've been doing over the last few years. I've done quite a lot of sort of deep transformational practices, a lot of shadow work, so integrating the shadow, and actually feeling that real sense of becoming more in alignment with myself, feeling that these different parts of myself coming together and feeling more embodied and more present in the world. But it was through listening to you that I made this connection with the Logos, with the idea that this is actually a deep principle of Western culture, which gave it another